Hello, everyone. My name is Hussain. Thank you for watching my presentation for Milestone 4. In this project, I analyzed global video game sales by using Tableau. My goal was to understand how the video game industry developed over time, which platforms dominated the market, and how different regions around the world have different gaming preferences. I chose this topic because gaming has become one of the biggest entertainment industries today, larger than movies and music actually combined. And I wanted to learn um, what actually drives sales in this industry. The data I used includes thousands of games with information like platform, genre, release year, and sales in North America, Europe, Japan, and other global markets. I cleaned the database, built visualizations, and organized the results into a story using 4 points. Now I'll show my screen and my stories. So this is my first story. So the first question I wanted to answer is has the video game industry grown over time? In this visualization, we can see global sales from the early 1980s throughout the 2010s. Um, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, there we go. Hmm. During the early years, sales were low, as you could see, and then most games were sold on early home games like the NES and Sega systems. But around the late 1990s and early 2000s, we see major spike in sales. This moment helps during the PlayStation 2 and original Xbox generation, also known as the sixth generation of consoles. This period represents a turning point for gaming. Console technology improved, storage increased, and the audience expanded from kids and teenagers to adults. The PS2 era includes uh, many of the best-selling video games for like Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, and other franchises reached global popularity during that time since the PS2 came out. So here you can see the platform's global sales. Xbox and PS2 were competing around that time, and we came in close, but PlayStation was dominating back then. The second question I looked at is which game genres generate the most global sales. Um, when comparing genres, action games are usually the clear market leader, uh, with the highest total sales worldwide. This catalog includes shooters, open world games, adventure action games, and many famous franchises. PlayStation platforms, especially the PS2 and PS3, led in action game sales. The Xbox 360 is also a strong competitor in this genre. This result makes sense when we think about how the industry makes action games. These titles often look cinematic and have a fast game plan and get huge advertising budgets. They also have strong brand loyals. Um, for example, Call of Duty releases a game every year and constantly it always sells well and people love it because of the name it has. It's popular. The third question was which console platform is the most dominant in global sales? It's the PlayStation. This visualization shows the total sales by platform. PlayStation 2 is number one uh, in history with the highest sales globally. It sold 1,256. After that, Xbox 360 980 is sold, and then after that, the PlayStation 3 958. The Nintendo Wii and Xbox 360 are strong mid-range platforms, which shows that Nintendo and Microsoft will still compete closely in the market, especially during the seventh generation. What surprises me in this visualization is how strong the PlayStation brand is over multiple generations, from PS2 to PS3 and PS4. Sony stays at the top. A big reason for this success is their exclusive game library, like God of War, Uncharted, Gran Turismo, and more. These exclusives you can only play on PlayStation create loyal fans who stay with the platform for many years that they can't switch platforms because they won't be able to play these games. And the final question I had was, do different regions prefer different platforms? Um, this visualization compares console sales by region, shows clear culture differences. In North America and Europe, PlayStation consoles dominate the market. Players in this region often prefer home consoles and multiplayer experiences. As you could see, um, all of these different sales and in the UAE, Japan. In Japan, however, handheld consoles like the Nintendo DS and PSP are extremely popular. This reflects cultural gaming habits. Many Japanese players prefer portable gaming, and especially on public transportation. The difference helps explain why certain franchises sell well, like different games. For example, Pokemon sells better in Japan than America, while like Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty sell better in America. The insight here is there's no single global gaming trend. Each region has its own culture and preferences and game history that influences what people buy. So the lessons learned throughout this project is I learned a lot, both about gaming and data analysis. And the first, I learned the importance of data cleaning before building visualizations. I had to filter and organize and prepare the data set to make sure those results were accurate. Second, I learned how powerful interactive dashboards can be using filters and highlights and drill down features. It really helped me discover insights that I wouldn't notice by just looking at raw numbers. Finally, I would say this project showed me how data can challenge my assumptions. I expected Nintendo platforms to lead globally, but the data clearly shows that PlayStation dominated throughout the generations. So in conclusion, my analysts revealed four main insights. The gaming industry grew extremely fast from 1980 to the early 2000s, especially during the PS2 era. Action games are the most successful genre globally, and the PlayStation brand is the most dominant platform in the world sales. And lastly, different regions have unique platform preferences shaped by culture and gaming history. This project helped me understand how the gaming industry evolved and revealed meaningful patterns in the markets. Thank you for watching my presentation.